How to manifest money in 24 hours. I'm going to take a wild guess. You came to this page because you're in a bit of a pickle. You need money, like yesterday. Maybe you have to pay off your bills. Maybe you have a loan and the due date is today. Well, you've come to the right place. I'm going to tell you how to manifest money in double quick time, and as an added bonus, I'm going to tell you how to bend time. Sound neat? Cool. Now it's story time. Back in the days when I used to be very broke, and my family and I were going through some pretty mean times, I took lots of loans. From credit institutions, and from friends. This one time, the due date for one of the loans was fast approaching. As each day brought me closer to that day, I could feel knots in my stomach. I had absolutely no cash. I had no foreseeable way I could think of to pay off the loan on time. But somehow this turned out to be a good thing. When we've tried and exhausted all efforts, we tend to turn to a higher power or start to pray or something. Something I should have done first. Truthfully, it looked like I had no way. So I decided to give up. I gently reminded myself, I'm always at the right place, at the right time. I remembered if there's a problem, there's definitely a solution. Each time I'd feel uneasy, I would simply whistle a tune while thinking on these truths. Life is a series of nows. There is no time that is not now. By the time the 4th of July, 2030 rolls around, guess what? It will still be in the now. So I reminded myself gently, that now is not this now, and when that now rolls around, it will be a completely new now. It will have its problems. Yet, it will also have its solutions. I focused on the now. In the now, I didn't need to deal with the loan. It was not due in that now. So there was no need to fret over it. That's what I kept gently reminding myself, as the day approached. I know. For an article that's supposed to teach you how to manifest money in 24 hours, this is pretty depressing, isn't it? Well, the due date came and went. I didn't have a nickel on me. Now, ordinarily, most people, myself included, would have given up. I know I have on countless occasions. But for some reason, I found it in me to not panic. At the last minute, I got an email from the credit company at the end of the day. They were going to offer me a 2-day grace period to settle up my loan. I smiled. I made sure to feel thankful for that. I still didn't know how the heck I was going to pay it off, but I had gone past the point of fear. I was still alive. And that was a good thing. A breakthrough. Not an hour after I got that email, I got a phone call from an old client I used to do voiceovers for back in the day. He was my only client. One day he just stopped calling. There were no gigs from him for about a year. Then this guy calls me up, and he says he has a job for me. He'd pay half up front, and half after he'd received the all clear from his clients. Guess what? The money was enough to cover the loan 2 times over. Plus, there was some extra change. I did the gig, got paid, and was able to pay off my loan successfully. Crazy, right? Now, let's get to what you want to know. You want to know how to manifest money in 24 hours. I'll show you, step by step. But first, 5 things to know when manifesting money quickly. 1. Believe you're worthy of happiness. Part of attracting wealth requires that you believe you are worthy of happiness. Notice I did not say you are entitled to happiness. The operative word is worthy. The secret to creating happiness begins with our self-view, which in large part can be strengthened through our morning ritual. 2. Focus on what you have right now. Many people fall into the trap of ruminating over what they don't have or what they have lost. This unproductive line of thinking begins the downward spiral of negativity, which is a repellent against the positive forces of happiness. Instead, focus on all that you do have through the gift of gratitude. We have only this moment in time. Yesterday is gone. Focus on the here and now and learn from mindfulness teachers. 3. End the cycle of learned helplessness. To continue engaging in learned helplessness is to remain trapped in the poverty's gravitational pull. You cannot attract wealth or other positive things into your life when your emotional and karmic space is occupied with the words, I can't. End the excuses of what you cannot do and begin to use the words I can. In other words, I can attract wealth because I am worthy of happiness. 4. Purge jealousies. Jealousy of another person's worldly possessions means that you are occupying your mind with an illusion. Just because someone is driving an expensive car does not mean they necessarily have money or that they are wealthy. Jealousy is a liar, projecting a false narrative that is almost never grounded in the truth. Let go of your jealousies and make room for joy. Clear negative energy. Embrace the simple things and fill yourself with peace. 5. Respect the power of money. Money is the byproduct of your hard work and labor. When you disrespect money, you disrespect yourself. Respecting money means keeping it organized. It means tracking it on a regular basis. It means recognizing that money holds both restorative and destructive powers and that it is not to be handled lightly. Money, when managed properly, has the power to grow and take care of you for many years to come. When disrespected, it turns atrophy and negatively impacts your future. Finally, respecting money means not using it as a temporary tool to boost self-esteem through unneeded spending. 6. Study wealth. Attracting wealth into your life requires that you go beyond wishful thinking. And how wealth is accumulated. Examine the practices, beliefs and habits of enlightened people who have created and attracted wealth. These are your teachers. Recognize that people who have true wealth do not wear flashy jewelry, drive expensive cars or wear designer clothes. In fact, the majority of millionaires are meticulous budgeters who have created their wealth over the course of time. 7. Give money away. This final point relates to the spiritual and karmic power of money. When we give money to those who are less fortunate, we are helping to replenish the human spirit. Do not hoard money or it will leave you. Instead, use your empathic abilities to determine who is in need and how you might help them. An example might be offering to pay for groceries in the checkout line for a struggling family in front of you. It could also mean donating your time, which is a form of money, to your favorite charity. When you give from a place of genuine love and compassion to others, you make room for greater happiness, which is the precursor to wealth. Final thoughts on attracting wealth. It is no coincidence that you took the time to read this article. You can absolutely attract wealth into your life right now by following the 7 steps that have been outlined here. Notice the title of this post read Simple Steps and Not Easy. Sometimes the most difficult things we do in life are simple in nature, but that sure doesn't mean they are easy. Finally, remember that most people who are financially stable became that way through good old-fashioned hard work and an honest, deep abiding belief in the self. I am including a link below in the description for my most recommended program I hope you will consider for meditation as part of your journey towards financial freedom. You are worthy of happiness. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and press the button.